Hi, good morning, everyone. It's Sylvia here on top of the Sea Forever rooftop here at South Padre Island. As you can see, it is a beautiful day right behind me. You can see how blue the water is and the sun is shining, and I'm particularly grateful for being able to have made it up here this weekend, considering that I am still very much healing from the fall I had on Monday. And I know that a lot of times healing looks different for a lot of different people, and a lot of times there's shame or a stigma even associated with healing. And while my healing has been physical this week, healing can be healing of our mind, healing of our nervous system, healing of our soul. And that can look different for everybody. And I really had to slow down this week and do something that's really hard for myself, which is allow other people to really take care of me. And my family was really great. My husband really has just taken care of me hand and foot, did not let me get up to do a lot of stuff, helped me get up here onto the rooftop as well. And sometimes healing means letting go of a lot of the control that we have, and knowing that sometimes we have to let others pour into us, and that it's okay to ask for help, and that there is no shame in asking and receiving help. Because a lot of times, sometimes I don't even like to ask for help, but I needed help this week, and my family stepped up. My husband really stepped up and made sure that I did not move around hardly at all. And that's what I mean by healing takes time, and healing looks different for everyone. But there's absolutely no shame in saying I need help. And I actually think it takes a really strong person to admit and say I need help, and then go and get that help and receive that help, whether it's through going to therapy, finding a life coach, going to the gym, or just finding a friend that you can lean on, or a family member, or your partner to help you, right? Because that's the balance in life. And healing isn't always linear for everybody, and it's not a one size fits all. And I'm showing y'all my foot, because my foot, y'all can see, this is live right now. My foot does not look pretty at all. My foot is, if you look really closely here, my foot is still black and blue, right there. And it's not pretty. And I'm okay with that, because healing is a process, and we can't rush it. So if you're feeling like a hot mess, or if you're feeling ashamed because you're working on yourself, and you're working on your mind, and you're working on your heart, maybe you've been heartbroken. I've been there in the past before I met my wonderful husband, and maybe you feel like a total train wreck, and that's okay. Give yourself that time. Give yourself that time to reset. You can find a counselor, read a good book, listen to some good podcasts. Those are all tools that I've utilized to help myself heal. But more importantly, don't be afraid or ashamed to reach out and say, I need help. Because I can, even after all these years, I can be stubborn sometimes. I can. And even though I know better, but I had to really allow myself to be taken care of this week. And I had to sit still and sit in gratitude for all the help that I received. And I'm so grateful for it. I'm grateful that I had excellent medical attention and medical care to make sure that everything sets okay and that I'm all right. I'm grateful that my family was there. I'm grateful that my husband was there and that he, like I said, has not allowed me to lift a finger because he wants me to heal. And it's important that we have that kind of support network and that we're not afraid to say, help me. And the theme for today will be healing and what it means to heal and what it means to open ourselves up to the things that we're ready to let go of. And I hope that the class on the rooftop today serves everyone. I hope that these words serve all of you, because I know that healing hurts. Healing is messy, and a lot of times it's not pretty, but that's okay, because the wound is where the light enters. And a lot of times we might feel like we're in fragments because we end up so shattered and so broken from a lot of the experiences and the challenges that life throws our way. But a lot of times these experiences come to open up our hearts, because I never felt like, oh my God, how could this happen? Why did this happen? I have allowed myself to sit deeply in gratitude for what happened this week, because I thought maybe I wasn't supposed to be on the road. Maybe I wasn't supposed to be driving to my classes this week. Maybe my clients weren't supposed to be driving to me this week. Maybe we all just needed to take a break and be still. And in that, we receive God's divine protection from allowing ourselves to just be still. And like I said right now, the wound is where the light enters. And just think of that statement, because sometimes we'll hold a wound in our hearts, right? And we hold on so deeply to that wound, and it's like a thorn that gets stuck in your heart, and sometimes you just have to pluck that thorn out. But then there's the wound, right? And what do we replace that with? God's love. And the wound is where the light enters, and that light is God's love. And that light is what ends up gluing those fragmented pieces of us back together. And that love, that can be God's divine love, that can be the love from our community, the love from our family stepping in and helping to care for us. That light can be that book that you found, the therapist that you found, the podcast that you found, those simple things that help us remove the thorns and allow the light to enter. So I hope that this message serves you. I send all of you love, because we're all going through stuff, whether it's a physical injury, whether you're trying to put your life back together after a breakup, or whatever that may be. Those are things that I've personally experienced that I know. They all take time to heal. And it's okay to reach out and get the help that you need. So I send you all love. And remember, the wound is where the light enters. Allow the light to enter. Allow yourself to fill your cup with love. And don't be afraid to reach out and get the help that you need, because that's what helps healing. I love you all so very much, and I can't wait to see you on the rooftop. I hope you all have a beautiful and blessed day. And if you can see this beautiful view behind me, that I am so grateful that I get to take this view, and so grateful that I was able to make it out here this weekend. So have a beautiful and blessed one, everyone.